Now, my pleasure to introduce the leader of one of our partner, one of the leaders from our partner Xerox, who led the way in developing this new technology. You know, this was really one of those things that when we thought about it and then reached out, we realized it was going to be a highly complicated endeavor. It required not just the technological know-how, but the ability to bring partners who sometimes don't work together. And Xerox embodied both of those human and technological aspects. I want to thank them, introduce David Cummins, the Senior Vice President of Mobility Solutions. David.
Thank you, Mayor Garcetti. Thank you, Councilmember Blumenfield. Thank you, the head of DOT, Salita Reynolds, and a special thanks to Peter Marks, the Chief Technology Officer of the city. He was the coach of the Xerox in-city team. So Coach Marks really drove the team to higher and higher levels, always raising the bar, and I'm sure he will continue to do so even after the launch today. So this was, as the mayor said, a very complicated problem. So a few years back, we looked at this so-called urban mobility market, and we saw it highly fragmented and very confusing. How could I possibly know all of the options to get from where I am to where I want to go, and in a very personal way that's specific to my needs and my desires? And it may be that I want to focus on getting more healthy, maybe want to focus on reducing my carbon footprint, or I may just want to save some more money. As we all know, transportation represents the second highest spend for families. And so what can we do to bring that spend down? How can we make transportation cheaper and easier and more convenient? So that's what we set out to do, but we needed a city to use as a test bed where we could bring together the 80 transportation service providers in this greater LA area. We could bring together the citizens, the end users, the travelers with the city. And quite frankly, all roads led to Los Angeles. And so we're thankful that Mayor Garcetti and his team have jumped at the occasion 18 months ago to form a partnership and to set out building this app, building this platform. And so I want to encourage all of you to go to the GoLAapp.com website, download the app, start using it today, and providing feedback. This is a co-creative process. We're going to rely on the citizens and their feedback to improve the app, to make it more localized for this city, and also to introduce new features. Soon you're going to be starting to see bookings and payments and other kind of diary features where you can watch your scorecard against your Facebook friends, for example, and how you're doing against burning calories in your mobility. So we want to thank you all once again for this wonderful opportunity. Xerox is pleased to be a part of what is truly the first app of its kind in the country. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, David, and thank you too for the thanks that you gave to Peter Marks, who this was one of the first things we talked about when we sat down when he was interviewing for this position, and really he has been a force of nature in bringing this together. This is just one of many partnerships. I love what you described about Los Angeles. I think both Bob and I share a vision of making LA the ultimate platform to experiment in, to try. We have a great record doing that. We were the first big city to migrate our email to the cloud. That seems trite now, but back then it wasn't. The first city to have a partnership with Waze that is two different directions, to give us information from the street and to push out information to the street. Companies like Cargomatic, who are using the Port of LA to test new technologies. They're kind of like the Lyft of cargo. You know, they match truck drivers and containers with automated payments. These new technological innovations, we want people to know LA's open for business.